Sobibor. What is lower case number? Let's talk about case numbers. DV 2026 results will be out May 3rd, 2020 what? 2025. And when the results are out and you've been randomly selected, within that winning notification letter, you will get your case number. And maybe somebody may ask, what is a case number? Case number is that alphanumeric number that you get when you win DV lottery. The first 4 digits will be the fiscal year, for example, 2026, then followed by the region, AF, for example, Africa, AS, Asia, EU, Europe, OC, Oceania, SA, South America, and then NA, North America. Now, followed by the leading zeros. The number of the leading zeros will depend on the size of your case number. If you have a lower case number, you will have more leading zeros. Zeros zenye ziko hapo katikati tu. Just zeros there. And then the last thing will be your real case number. Now, for the case numbers can be divided into maybe 3 ranges. For example, lowest case numbers, which can be from 1 to maybe 10,000. Just an example, because sometimes lowest case numbers can be from 1 to 15,000. But for this case, wacha tuweke 10,000. Yes, 1 to 10,000 lower case numbers. Medium case numbers, maybe from 11,000 to 35,000. Is on the medium case numbers. High case numbers, maybe from 36,000 to maybe 55,000. Is on the high case numbers. Okay, anything from 56,000 to maybe 100 or whichever maximum, those are highest case numbers. Interviews are scheduled numerically. Sijui niseme aje. Yani, interviews are scheduled numerically. The lower your case number, the earlier your interviews will be. For example, case number maybe 1 to 10,000. Most of the time, their interviews will be on October. Remember, kwa DV lottery sasa, when the results are out, let's say for DV 2026, the first interviews for DV 2026 will start anywhere from October. While for DV 2025, inaisha September 30th. DV 2025 inaisha. For DV 2026, their interviews will start on October. That's the beginning of US government fiscal year. Inaanza October 1st. So anywhere from there. So lower case numbers are likely to be scheduled. The first ones should be maybe from, depending on there is monthly visa bulletin. Every month, the Department of State always releases visa bulletin. Visa bulletin inatoa cutoff of the case numbers to be scheduled for the interviews. And they normally start with maybe a cutoff of maybe 5,000 or 7,000, maybe 1 to 7,000 or 1 to 5,000. Those are to be scheduled October. Usually the interviews are October because they are lower case numbers. For example, my case, I had a case number of 1,392, which is a lower case number. And my interviews were on what? October 18. So I was among the first people to be scheduled for the interviews. And that's why, if you have a lower case number, you have to make sure that you submit your DS-260 as soon as possible. Maybe if after, when you get the 2NL, you have to do what? No, not 2NL. When you get 1NL, winning notification letter, you have to submit your DS260. Nimechanganya mambo. So, ukiwa na lower case number, submit your DS260 as soon as possible. Ukipata 1NL, winning notification letter. Because your interviews will be anywhere from October. Then now, the next visa bulletin will be for November interviews. Now, it can be from 7,000 to maybe 15,000. Those people will be scheduled for November interviews. All these are what? Lower case numbers. Lower case numbers ni hawa tu. Hata kama wametenganisha from maybe October ni 1 to 5,000. From November 6,000-ish up to 6,000, maybe 6,000 and below, or maybe 7,000 and below. It depends on the performance of your embassy. Sometimes they may say, okay, for November, it's any case number 10,000 and below. And most of the time they do that because for October, ni 5,000 and below. For November, 10,000 and below. So any case number below 10,000 are supposed to be scheduled for the interviews. However, it will what? Depend on your DS260. If your DS260 has been processed, maybe you submitted early enough, then you will be ready to be scheduled. You will not expect to be having early interviews, but you submitted your DS260 late. No. Now, every month kutakuwa na visa bulletin ikienda hivyo tu. After now the November interviews, so we go to December, it can go up to maybe 15,000 and below. Any case number there. So from 15,000, number yenye iko ready. Any case number that is ready, that has been processed, whose DS260 has been processed, will be scheduled for the interviews. And that's why it's very important to submit your DS260 early enough. And make sure you have your passport. I don't like the idea of using other documents because it may delay the processing of your DS260. Though it's allowed, but it may delay the processing of your DS260. Hata kama ni ya dependents. Now, medium case numbers, vile tulikuwa tumesema, I had said what? Maybe from 15,000 up to 35,000. Those are the medium case numbers. So they will be scheduled for the interviews accordingly. Now, if one case number, for example, let's say maybe case number, for example, 300 submitted is or a DS260 late. Kama alikosa maybe October interviews, atakuwa pushed to November. If that same case number is not ready, it will be pushed to the next month and the next month and the next month until that case number is ready. So you will be wasting your time if you submit your DS260 late. Medium case numbers. High case numbers, the higher your case number is, the lower your chances of getting interviews. Unless you are doing your interviews in maybe Gulf countries, hata kama uko na 55,000, hata kama 60,000, even if you have 70,000, and you are doing your interviews in Qatar, Saudi, all those Gulf countries. Why is it the case? Because most of those people, the natives of those countries, are not even playing diverse visa lottery. So they don't care about DV lottery. And that's why you will find that even a case number of 60,000 will have a chance in Qatar, in those Gulf countries. So you have to play your cards. If you know your case number is high, at least play your cards. Submit your DS260 early, or sometimes you may be required to transfer your interviews to a place where the embassy is performing accordingly. This is about case numbers. Lower case numbers, medium case numbers, higher case numbers, highest case numbers. I hope